What is up, everyone? Happy Monday. It's Monday here. It's Monday before we leave for Ireland. We leave for Ireland on Wednesday for the LZ World Tour. What is it, the 28th and 29th? Mm-hmm. It is?
I'm almost positive, yeah.
Whatever. LZ World Tour Ireland, probably our favorite event of the year. Of course, guys, if you're in that area or you can manage a flight,
you gotta come.
You gotta come. Grab some tickets, grab some VIP tickets. We'll have a bunch of merch. All the boys will be there. Baby James will be there. It's gonna be sick. But we got a lot to do the next 2 days. But as you guys know, I just went to Virginia and we took my rotary engine apart and well, Vargas upgraded her. As you guys know, before she was limited to 350. We were making almost 5. We broke the engine. We replaced the rear housing. We studded the thing and now we're good for like 750.
Are we gonna hit that number?
No, because I'm gonna break everything else. But I now have a 13V that's good for 700 horsepower. That's so sick.
That's sick.
I mean, we'll make 5, which is still crazy.
And it's gonna be very capable of that.
It's gonna be so good. We love that. We love that. But now, if you guys remember, this weekend I stayed in Virginia to do some drifting with Vargas, and I got to drive the E36 for like, I consider it the first time since we got the JZ swap in there. So I spent the weekend getting the drip with the boys at Langley Speedway. The car did so good. You see, I got the drip. Look at that. That's a good one, right?
That's nice.
Yeah, dude, you like that one. It was an amazing time. The E36 did amazing. It felt awesome. Like when we brought it to Lime Rock, we were a little on edge. We're like, is it driving good? Is it not driving good? It's hard because the track is just kind of like
Huge big sweepers,
two big ass turns. Car did amazing. I got to drive with Vargas, which is super cool. I mean, dude, check this clip out. Car's ripping, I'm ripping, Vargas is ripping, it feels good, and to get that right-hand drive drifting in before going to Ireland and competing, it felt good. But today, we have a very big win we're gonna be achieving. It's gonna happen. That is, we're gonna hear Spoon's car run for the very first time. As you guys know, while I was gone, Spoon was working on his car, finished up, got all piped up, full exhaust, got the intake, got the fluids in it, and well, you ready to hear a run today?
Yeah.
So nervous. I like this. Usually I'm the nervous one, but this is good. This is good. I think we're most excited to hear what that manifold sounds like.
Yes.
With the Turbo Smart Turbo making all the Turbo Smart Turbo noises and half an exhaust. Race car. Whatever. You got this big old muffler right here.
Best
yeah,
muffler.
that's what we were saying.
Best muffler. But Spoon's car is wired up a little bit differently. He's got himself, well, a full Haltech ECU PDM setup. So Spoon's got himself a Haltech R3, which is ECU PDM combo. And good thing I got the Haltech boy on speed dial. Seamus is here. Seamus is the Haltech dude of the Northeast. I'll give him the title of it. That's what he uses. He's put it in many, many cars, every versions of it. And you're one of the few guys I know that have messed with the R3 so far. And well, he sent up the base map. I'm getting it ready, and I'm learning some Haltech things, so.
We'll get them switched over.
No.
Don't you guys worry.
I'm a Link boy. So talk to me here, Seamus. So, standard procedure, right? Set up base map. We got to define all our sensors.
Yep, that's right.
We have to...
Inputs, outputs. We've done a ton of K Series on Haltech, so I have a lot of really good stuff already built out for that in terms of like trigger offsets and making sure the ignition timing is all set up and all that stuff.
Yes, you have a pretty solid foundation to start off. We're not, don't have to put random numbers and go from there.
Right. You can basically build a fueling and ignition vat for these cars from memory, so that's fine.
Makes me feel a lot
just working
better.
on inputs and outputs.
What I love about this in full circle, these two were Honda boys together 10 years ago.
No, I've known Seamus since, sheesh,
It's
probably 10, 12 years
I
now.
think 12 years, yeah.
Since before the muscles.
Yeah.
Skinny Spoon.
So they were doing Honda things together many, many moons ago, and to come full circle right here, it's kind of cool.
are.
Feels good.
Here we are.
Feels
the
good.
boys reunite.
First time switching power on?
Yeah. I wired this car myself, so I'm not nervous. So that's
Let me pull it out of gear.
That's out of gear. And then that would turn on the ECU. And
You ready? Do you want to do the honors?
fuck, I guess
Let's
so.
see. Dude, fuel pump's on. We only got...
Oh, wipers are on. Wipers are going.
Yeah, the dash isn't... Oh! Let me see. Let's go ahead and turn the can.
This is fun. I just get to hang out and...
Oh!
Everything's off.
Oh, what is that? Just for the ECU?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a little bit of mixture of wiring and so we have a plug-and-play harness from Wiring Specialties, which uses a factory K Series ECU plug, but we have an R3 ECU, which is not only an ECU but a PDM, right? A PDM, think of it as like a smart relay box, right? So that has a jumper from the R3 to the Wiring Specialties harness, and that jumper, none of it was written down. So we're testing all the outputs, and when you're trying to blindingly test PDMs and stuff, there's about like 2 gallons of ethanol on the ground. But
the fuel system
the fuel system works.
All right.
I didn't see that either. So.
I didn't see that when I put the car together.
That fuel pump, I'll tell you what.
It's only one. Cleaning the floors. Cleaning the floors.
Be alright. Woo!
How far can you go?
How far can my pants go? That's the big question. So every tuner has their own position, right? When they're sitting in the bucket seat. I'm more of like a T-Rex arm kind of guy. That's how I like to tune. Seamus, check it out. Looks like he's more like, you know, more like a chicken.
Big boy.
It is, but it says.
You like my wang?
Since we don't really have the information on the jumper, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be looking at like the real-time values of all the sensors, and we're gonna be unplugging them and plugging them back in, watching the values change to figure out what the heck each output is defined, or where the heck each output is defined. You see it, Seamus? In, out.
No.
In, out. One of the things that's triggered by the PDM is going to be the starter trigger, right? That's a high amperage output. PDM's got it covered, so first time testing it, Seamus, hit it. Love that. We're 2 sensors away.
Yeah.
We're 2 sensors. This is good. The hard stuff.
Assuming that the injectors have power
Yeah, I mean,
and the coils have power.
they definitely got power. Come on. We're 2 sensors away. We're going good. So this side is the OEM K Series plug, right? So we have that pin out right here from Wiring Specialties. And then this side is what then makes the jumper to the R3, which we have those pinouts right here. So what I gotta do is I gotta find oil pressure signal, which is right here. So that's E2. So we're gonna do continuity on this pin right here. And then we're gonna listen for the beep. A couple pins moved around later and all the sensors are working, which is great. So we got 2 more things we have to test before we can try and start this thing, and that is the injectors and the coils. So Seamus,
Yeah.
test them out for me, buddy.
The injectors?
Yeah. Yep, injector 1, now injector 2. Injector 2, cool. So the injectors are working.
Up a little.
Up?
Yep.
Send fuel pressure.
Good.
Right there?
Yep.
Before this thing gets all nice and hot, we're gonna change the wastegate spring because we just found out that Spoon put a 14-pound spring in here, which should be over 400 horsepower
came to
base.
party.
So we're gonna start with something a little bit lower and then work our way up from there. All right, yeah, that's the 14-pounder right there. So the green one should bring us down to 7.
I want the party.
Well, we can with the boost controller. We'll still party. And then one more thing we have is the keypad down here, right? So we have the ECU controlling most. Like we could put the fans, a fuel pump on a switch if we wanted to, but why do that when the ECU can control it? There's no reason you gotta turn more buttons on or off when you get in your car. So the only thing the keypad really is controlling right now is the start button, which I won't do the Spoon right now. And then we have, this one's the lights, correct?
Correct. The
So
top right.
This will be running lights and then high beams. So Austin, go check it out. Ready?
Running lights.
Running lights and then headlight. Gotta love it. This motor has been, well, sitting for a long time, so it's got no oil in it. Well, it's got no oil in the engine, and it's got oil in the pan. So we're gonna do some cranks to get some oil pressure in there, get the oil on everything before we actually start this thing. Sound good? Crank her up, Seamus. Battery's dead? Yeah. All right, let's hook up the charger. This is part of starting a car. The battery, for some reason, is always freaking dead. Crank her up. Let's see some oil pressure.
PSI.
How much?
50 PSI.
Yeah, I'm cranking?
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
What do you got? 50 W90 in here?
You got some thick.
1250?
That's good.
I'll do it.
Also, good cranking. You don't got a low cylinder. Love to hear that. So Spoon, this is a K20 Z3. What's the history of the engine?
This is the engine that DJ originally bought for his K swap.
Yep.
He bought the 2.4 off.
Okay, yeah, because he was gonna go NA, so you sold him the 2.4,
Yeah.
because for NA it's just more power, and then you got the 2.0. Your turbo is gonna make power anyways.
Yeah, we just had it laying around. There's no specific reason why.
But previous to that, do you know like any history on this engine?
Nope.
Mystery K Series. Those are the best ones. Did you lash the valves?
No.
No.
2 liter?
2 liter?
2 liter? Are you kidding me? No way.
I love it.
No way.
Dude, everyone, it's K Series. Throw us turbo on it. Go have fun. Everyone knows the deal.
That's it.
Yeah, guaranteed 250,000 motor at 2 liters. I mean, they're 86 by 86. They get this shit kicked out of them, and they're fine for it.
They love it. They're properly broken in for boost now. Time to start this thing.
Yeah, let's just start it up.
Spoon's trying to mentally get ready for this. I love this because usually it's me and he's picking on me for it.
I'm not nervous.
You know what you're
Go
doing.
for it,
We'll be
Seamus.
fine.
Love to hear it. It doesn't help that the first start is on pump E. That makes
Yeah.
things a little bit trickier. Ooh, okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. That's it. It's alive! Ah!
It's really quiet.
It's really quiet.
It is really quiet. Wow.
It's crazy how turbos quiet these up so much because without a turbo, they're the loudest freaking engines on the planet.
I need 2% of TPS. Crank me up until we're at 2%.
So we have no ACK in this one, which is fine, but we got to rely on the idle screw. So we're going to adjust it on the throttle body so we get this thing to actually idle.
Right there. Stop.
Perfect.
Lock it down, and I'll reset the TPS sweep, and we be good. And if it's too high,
Tell me if it moves.
yeah, 2.2. That's fine. That's fine. Clear.
We love that. That's good. That's good.
Wow, I cannot get over how quiet it is.
I know. It'll definitely get louder with some RPM in it, but all right, she's running. She sounds good. This is amazing news. Now, what's the first hurdle? That is making sure your swap can maintain operating temp. I always say, right? It's easy for a car not to maintain operating temp, so it's all the cooling system's pumped efficiently. We got coolant in it. E-fans are working, so I don't see an issue here. So let's get this thing up to operating temp here. The fans kick on, and well, then we can rev the shit out of it. Excited for this one. It turned into a car like this, right? Like it went from like this giant hunk of metal to a car in just a few moments. This thing's ready to go putt around, right? The whole drivetrain's hooked up. So that's exciting. That's the best. Like sometimes you just want to start your car just to hear it run and make sure everything's finalized, but not starting it until the car is like ready to roll is exciting because you know once it's good, you could just drive your car outside.
Enjoy it.
It's such a good feeling. It's not that quiet. We're just sitting in the front. No, this is good. I love how much you hear the turbo in the exhaust though. That you hear the turbo in that? Look, you hear it smooth.
That's crazy.
It's so good, dude. Yeah, that ain't quiet, bro. That ain't quiet. It's nice though. It's quiet at idle, which
It's
is
quiet
good.
at idle, yeah.
But as soon as you give it anything, that the K Series starts flowing some air through it. A couple minutes, we'll bang this thing off the limiter. I'm excited to hear. You guys know.
Oh my heart. My heart. Pumping right now.
Oh, it's so sick.
It's officially up to operating temp and the fan's just kicked on. Now we gotta let it idle here, rev it up a couple times to make sure it holds that temp. Make sure there's no weird issues, air bubbles. It's really easy to have an air pocket on the K Series. I don't know what it is, if it's just the way they route it, but super easy to have an air bubble on these things. So make sure that she's holding temp, and then we could
go putt it around.
we can go putt it around and we can hear it.
Shut off quick.
Yeah, they shut off quick. That's good. That's good. A very simplistic, efficient system, so this should be really good. We love a good turbo 4-cylinder around here.
Then you just hit it once. So that starts on its own, no help from the pedals or anything.
Love that.
So good.
Perfect. There you go.
Whoa.
Still nervous. I don't know why.
We have a keypad with open keys in it that goes straight to the ECU. We can use those inputs to trigger a bunch of different functions and things like high boost, low boost, you know, so we could kind of actively change our power level sitting in grid depending on, well, who you're going up against or what track you're at. And you could add some fun functions like, you know, maybe a launch control, anti-lag.
If Jimmy's sitting next to me, I'm turning that shit all the way up.
I know Anthony lives for this shit.
Oh yeah, I love that shit. I love that shit.
We got the pop and bang button. Seamus is a little, I think he's trying to be respectful, but you know when Spoon hops in, he's gonna be banging off that thing. But everything's checking out, everything looks good. It is awesome. This is such an awesome Monday. So now it's at the point we can take off the lift. We can get our victory putt around the parking lot. You guys know it's kind of like a shop staple. You gotta do your circle. You gotta christen the fresh builds. One thing we're gonna do is actually actuate the drive line for the first time. We should do that before we try and move it. So Seamus is gonna go through the gears, make sure everything's smooth, spins all happy. First gear, second gear, third gear. Good, I got him a good transmission, good. Test the e-brake. Perfect, love that. Are you ready for it?
Yourself a car here, sir.
That's a whole ass car now.
A whole ass car.
You ready to do your victory lap around the parking lot?
Yeah.
We'll save the spiciness till after the dyno, but I want to.
No, I'm one step at a time.
This man's nervous. I love it. I don't see him get nervous very often, but now I get to be the guy in the dyno being like, dude, quit being a fucking. Turn it up! Turn it up, man. Quit being
I'm all
nervous.
for that. I'm nervous that everything works the way it's supposed to.
Dude, it's going great. You did all the right things. It's a good car. Jimmy's got the seat all warm for you. I'll trade you.
Hold on. Before I do this, come here, Austin. Gotta.
Oh, you're taking it off?
Noise.
Paultech, I love you.
Alright, hit that start button, baby.
Waiting for that.
Hell yeah. I can't wait to see how nervous he is when he goes to test it for the first time. Now that's where it gets real nerve-wracking. But how's the clutch? It's nice. I have the same clutch. That thing's rough.
That's crazy. Oh, look at him go!
It's crazy how quick cars go from just like pieces of metal to cars, dude. It's so sick. That thing's sick. He looks cool as shit in there, dude. That's sick. The FRS BRZ for a Gen chassis, I feel like always suited the Spoon like really well.
Yeah.
sounds good.
It
dude.
sounds so good.
That sounds good.
Feels like a race car. You'll get that.
I love like cars that look like race cars. You know what I mean? It's just like that simplistic, like the cage, all the bars sticking out everywhere, big intercooler, big freaking aggressive wheels.
I love how everybody comes out to see this.
It's a big moment, dude.
It's always a big moment.
You gotta support your boys. Things gonna dude. It makes me want to yank the drivetrain out of my Koki because it's like the same thing, you
It's
know?
so sick.
I love drift cars, dude. They're so cool. Yo, hit that button. Now that sounds Honda. This guy pulls behind you in grid. What are you doing?
That's what I like. That fast.
Also, what's kind of crazy is that it has what, Wi-Fi connection to it?
Yeah.
You're just real
I'm
time.
messing with it right now.
We're just street tuning.
It's pretty damn good, actually.
Right now? Nothing.
You know this is not a good idea because you're gonna go home and put a turbo on your K Series.
I might have the parts on the shelf already.
So, Seamus has a K Series swapped FRS, but NA.
Right.
In full interior.
Yeah, that's a 2420. So I'm afraid that if I boost it, I'm gonna break everything, which
You
the
probably
torque
will.
is. Yeah,
But you got everything to do it.
I do. I do.
She's like thick. A thick little butt.
All right, boys. First startup went perfect. There's a couple small things, but that's any startup. But all small things started right up. Sounds good. Not leaking any fluids. Everything works great. Car drove around right off the lift. So good. Any final words?
No, I'm just grateful. Grateful for your help, everyone's help, Seamus, all the companies that have helped. Like, it's
It's a cool
to
car.
think that.
And this is just tickling the fun of it. You know what I mean? Like, the fun hasn't even begun, brother. This is like a little foreplay. You know, it's like OTP. You know, this little over the pants type of action. Just you wait. Just you wait. Seamus, thank you for pushing Haltech lines for me.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Don't subscribe to his channel. Don't get him to 50K.
No, you need it for me. Do it for me, please.
You want that FD? I mean, you guys know the deal.
Oh, I'm just trying to do some gaslighting. I learned it from Tom.
We've done. I mean, you guys have done incredibly, by the way. Have you seen? It's like 24,000 subs.
That's a lot of
I
subscribers.
know. I went from nobody knowing me to a few people knowing me. Thanks, guys.
You know. But for now, guys, we got some work to do. So we're going to throw this thing right on the dyno and get it ready. So if you guys are excited for that, make sure to stay tuned for the next episode. And everything's going to go great. It's going to make a bunch of power. Everyone's going to be super happy. It's going to be amazing, right? Good juju.
And then we're gonna have a great week in Ireland.
And then we're going to have an amazing week in Ireland. This thing's freshly tuned.
Oh, to send it to finish this before Ireland, I'm going on a high of highs.
That's what the goal was. So I'm excited. So then he's going to want to come back, test this car. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have something really cool to look forward to. But for now, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And Spoon.
Have a wonderful night.